The Scholastic Ball Report is sponsored by
Mingy Beef Jerky,
Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.
Hello, I'm Gary Ball, your host for the Scholastic Ball Report. I'm excited to welcome you into the show. We've got a great lineup for you this week. As always, we have a feature from WKYT from around the state. The Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Great Crossing Football Team. The Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week, Catherine Monahan from Sayre High School. From Nicholasville, we have the Sutherland Chevrolet Driver of the Week with some great sports highlights each week. Clark's Pump and Shop media personality and broadcaster is Christi McGuire. Well, we know what you want. You want the best highlights in the state of Kentucky. We got it with Brian Milam, Leakey Howard, and Lindsey Gall. Stay with us. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Douglas, a stellar 30-0 against all Lexington competition. First quarter, Douglas is on the move. Peyton Smith takes the handoff, and he goes 8 yards for the first score of the game, and the Broncs are on the board 7-zip, still in the first. Pharaoh Watts goes in from 2 yards out. 14-0. It's a runaway, right? Well, hold on just a second. Just before the end of the quarter, it's Watts again receiving end. This 27-yard pass from Jackson Strotman. Yeah, he got away late. Tates Creek made a game for a moment, but 50-14 the final.
All right, Boyle County is the #1 ranked team in the state, all classes, especially after wearing out the then number 12 ranked team in the country last week up in Ohio. Would the McKee Wing T offense slow down those Rebels of Boyle County tonight? Well, Boyle County capitalizes on their first drive of the game. Demarie Brown, he doesn't need a tush push. He pushes the entire pile across the goal line. 7-0 Rebels. Ensuing Cardinals drive, the Wing T gets T-boned. Andrew Hickey hit, loses the ball, and Brock Driver scoops and scores. Oh, baby, this team is good. Well, Scott County, they would make it a game, though. Hickey plows in to make it a 14-12 game in the second quarter. But here's the thing, Brian. Only one team in the state has Montavian Quisenberry on the roster, and he is a Rebel with a cause. The second half was all Boyle as they roll 56-26.
No matter who you cheer for or what the sport,
Clark's Pump and Shop is there to support the young people who play.
Whether it's a snack on the way to the game or restocking on the way home, Clark's is the winning stop. And whether you're choosing from drinks, chips, or a one-of-a-kind crispy, crunchy chicken, you'll be a winner no matter what the scoreboard says.
Clark's Pump and Shop. Return, refresh, refuel.
Good things come to those who wait. Unless you use Distinctive Design Remodeling to upgrade your home, go from fine to fantastic faster than you might think. With this many finished projects, what are you waiting for? Get your project finished faster with Distinctive Design Remodeling.
When you need a fighter, you need us.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Most insurance companies are big, really big. Imagine you're injured and now you have to fight for justice. Our results and reputation are well known to the other side. As America's largest injury firm, our Army will fight like hell for you. We have the resources to take on the biggest insurance companies in America. When you're fighting to get what you deserve, it's go big or go home.
When you need a fighter, you need us.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Good things come to those who wait. Unless you use Distinctive Design Remodeling to upgrade your home, go from fine to fantastic faster than you might think. With this many finished projects, what are you waiting for? Get your project finished faster with Distinctive Design Remodeling.
Landing a commitment from a five-star guard is significant, but when that player grew up in this state, the commitment means even more. Today, Jasper Johnson made it official, announcing his college decision. Johnson made that announcement over at Woodford County High School, surrounded by his friends and family, pulling a jersey out of the pizza box. You know, and although he grew up in Central Kentucky, it wasn't always a given that he would commit to UK. North Carolina and Alabama were thought to be the favorites at one point during his recruitment. But ultimately, his ties to UK were stronger, committing to the school where his dad played football and his grandfather was an administrator.
It means a lot. Like you said, like third generation into the program. So, I mean, it means a lot. I mean, my dad was there. Being able to, do my commitment with his jersey in my hand, it meant a lot. So, I mean, just little things like that is what make me excited about going to Kentucky.
I've been able to been through it, so it made it a little more or less hectic for me. And so, but I just told him, I said, you got to go through the process, get all the pluses and minuses, and see what you like. And so ultimately, he wanted to go to the University of Kentucky, and he was sounded, and so we're excited.
All right, Jasper joins another homegrown talent, Great Crossing's Malachi Moreno, in Kentucky's 2025 recruiting class.
Hello, welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week, Great Crossing High School football team. With his assistant football coach Russell Floyd, one of his players, outstanding lineman Wyatt Siegford. Coach, welcome into the Scholastic Ball Report.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks for having me.
You're off to a great start at Great Crossing. You're 3-0. How does that help you motivate the team each week that you're undefeated?
It's been pretty easy. We've got a really good group of kids, and they push themselves very hard. So we haven't really had to push them. After the letdown we had last year, they've worked extremely hard in the off season, and they just want to continue to improve every week.
Describe the makeup and the experience you have on your team this year.
We have a lot of seniors back. Last year we played a lot of sophomores, so we have a lot of juniors that gained experience last year, and I think that's helped them, our running back, our quarterback. But we do have a lot of seniors, and it's senior-driven. They are very great leaders, that group of seniors. So that's really helping the young kids see what needs to be done and how it needs to be done, which is just setting it up for the season and the following seasons.
You brought a senior to be with us today. Introduce your senior and tell us a little bit about him.
We got Wyatt Siegford. He's a 6'6", 300-pound offensive lineman. He broke into the starting lineup his sophomore year, about halfway through the season. He's played guard. He's back to tackle this year. He's one kid that really has bought into the weight room, and it shows on the field. He's very physical and finishes blocks continuously.
Wyatt Siegford, you're a talented offensive lineman. What do you focus on as you approach each game for Great Crossing?
Every week we just try to get in practice and make sure we've got all the calls right and make sure that, we're going to be ready and seeing in practice what we're going to see this every night on Fridays. So we're just practicing every day to get better at what each team does.
What's it like helping engineer the offensive line?
It's definitely a challenge. I mean, we got 3 seniors on the offensive line, so we're always trying to work together and make sure that we've got all the younger guys in tune and ready to go for Friday nights in case anybody needs to step up and be ready to go.
What would you say or feel is some of the strengths of the Great Crossing offense?
I'd say the offensive line is pretty good. We're rushing for about 280 yards this year a game. We've got a really good tailback, really good quarterback. I mean, we can do anything as long as we're locked in and giving it all we got and having a good week of practice.
I know you're 6'6", 300, so this is really kind of a silly question, maybe when you were younger, but have you played any other positions in football?
I played quarterback when I was about 8, and then I got too big. So moved O-line, but I mean, I've been O-line my whole life, and I love it. So,
And I got last thing I'm going to ask you: what's your favorite thing about playing for Great Crossing football?
I mean, the good times with coaches, players, and then even when practice is hard, we're still enjoying it, having a good time together, laughing, and it's just been a fun experience.
Well, thank you, Coach Floyd and Wyatt, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
Thanks for having us, Gary. I really appreciate what you do for high school football around the area.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
That's Coach Floyd and Wyatt on the Scholastic Ball Report. That's it for the Roberts Insurance Team of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
Founded by Kentuckians for Kentuckians, Whitaker Bank is a uniquely Kentucky bank committed to the communities it serves. At Whitaker Bank, you'll find personalized service, a dedication to excellence, and a genuine desire to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit us at any of our conveniently located branches or go to whitakerbank.com to learn how Whitaker Bank can serve you. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
I'm Richard Karn, and I love my hose. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new Pocket Hose Copper Bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow. And when you turn off the water, away it goes. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside. Then it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, 3 times stronger than the other hoses. And I love the oversized, easy-to-grip fittings. Get the super light 25-foot Pocket Hose Copper Bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our Turbo Shot adjustable nozzle, absolutely free. This is an exclusive advanced release of our 2024 edition Pocket Hose. Order now.
Call 1-800-449-0346 or visit copperbullet.hose.com. So call 1-800-449-0346 now.
Hello and welcome back into the Scholastic Ball Report as we honor the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. Our scholar is Catherine Monahan, a soccer player from Sayre High School. Welcome in, Catherine.
It's good to be here. Thank you for having me.
So let's start with talking a little bit about your soccer background, like who got you interested in playing, how old were you, a little bit about your background.
So I started playing soccer when I was around 3, and I've played ever since then. And it all started when my dad was my first soccer coach, and he got me into it. None of my other siblings really played soccer, but it was just something that once I started playing when I was younger, I stuck with it, and I haven't switched out of it ever since.
So at Sayre, what position do you play?
I play forward.
And what do you like about that position?
I love forward because when I'm on the field, it's fun to score goals, and I guess when I play forward, I also play with everyone, and connecting and shooting, those are my favorite parts of it. So.
And speaking of scoring goals, you have 170 goals under your belt,
Yes.
and the record is 200. You got to have a little bit of a goal, so to speak, yourself to hit that record. So talk about that.
Well, right now, this season, I'm at 27, so I just need 25 more, and I'm over halfway there, and I still have over half my games left, so I'm really hoping that I can meet that record.
What do you work on personally in practice to improve?
In practice, I would say I work on ball control most and winning balls out of the air, because in that forward position, the goalie's punting, kicking long balls, people are playing them over the top. I'm working on running onto them and being able to connect with my other forwards and midfields to make through balls and be able to get shots off on goal.
What's your favorite thing about being on the soccer team at Sayre?
My favorite part about the soccer team at Sayre is definitely my teammates. I feel like our team has such a strong bond with each other. We do so many things outside of soccer together, and I think having that strong connection with your team makes it more fun.
Switch gears a little bit and talk about your academics. You're a 4.0 student. How do you, as a good student, balance all your time with academics and sports?
To balance it with having practice every night after school, I really take advantage of study halls, or whether it's going in early to school to get my homework done, or after school before practice, I'm always doing my homework. Even with teammates, we'll get together and we'll do it together. That way we can balance it. Even if we have a late night game, we'll have all of our work done. That way we can get a good night's sleep before school.
It's a good strategy. Probably more fun than being alone, too. Who has been the biggest influence on your life and to make sure that you're a good student?
To make sure that I'm a good student, definitely my parents have a big role in that. They very encourage me. I would also say my brother, he's a very smart student. I look up to him and I want to be like him and succeed like him and be as smart. So that they both encourage me a lot.
Do you have a favorite subject or course of study?
My favorite subject is definitely math. I love working out problems, solving them, all that.
Do you set academic goals for yourself as well as sports goals?
Yes, I do. I I always want to make sure I'm on top of my work and keeping it all done and making good grades, with balancing that with soccer and just making sure that I do good on all my work and give all my effort in.
Well, thank you, Catherine, for being on the Scholastic Ball Report today.
Thank you.
That's Catherine Monahan from Sayre School, the Crown Trophy Scholar Athlete of the Week. We'll be right back with more on the Scholastic Ball Report.
It is that special time. You know it as the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week. It's Montgomery County and Paris, and Paris's Fred Carson will get the interception on the Tangerine turf, and he is going to take it to the house. A pick six for Paris. They go on to beat Montgomery County 34-14. Congratulations, Fred Carson. You are the Sutherland Chevrolet Drive of the Week.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and Prep Spin.
High school football is coming to WKYT with one of the biggest rivalries in Lexington. Lexington Christian Academy squares off against Lexington Catholic. Friday night at 7:30 on WKYT, powered by Prep Spin.
WKYT is your all-blue station. We talk things all blue every Friday at 3 on Facebook Live.
All Blue Preview, sponsored by UK Federal Credit Union.
Why are you so angry? I'm not angry. I just want my rights to be respected.
An innocent passenger stopped at the gate.
Am I being detained? Then am I free to go?
How a national investigation jogged a memory during chaos.
You mentioned seeing a YouTube video. That was our investigation you saw, right?
That was your investigation.
What legal experts say about your rights before you take flight.
One thing he said is, I don't need your consent. Is that true?
In Plain Sight, Monday at 4:30 on WKYT News.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series is coming exclusively to the CW. 8 weeks of action, including every playoff race.
This is when championships are won.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series. The action begins Friday, September 20th at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on the CW.
Welcome back to the Scholastic Ball Report for our Clark's Pump and Shop Legends segment. Today we have media personality Christi Thomas McGuire. Welcome to the show, Christi.
Oh, Gary, it's so good to be with you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate being on.
You and I have done Great American Rivalry Series. We've done games together. You're a joy to work with, so it's a pleasure and really a privilege to get you on the show.
Well, listen, right back at you. It's always a blast to work with you, and you're always so professional and so prepared, which I think is half the battle in this business. So anytime I get a chance to work with you or talk with you, I consider myself privileged as well. So happy to be here.
Christi, let's go down high school memory lane for a minute. You were a Taylor County High School basketball star during your playing days there from 89 to 93. You made all district, all region from 91, 93. Talk to us about that.
Well, my high school years, I think you probably have to be a little older before you can really go back and appreciate how good you had it in high school. But I can tell you that was really such a great time in my life, and really such a pivotal time in my life where I started to understand what I could do at the next level, or that I could potentially play at the next level. It was in between my freshman and sophomore year where basketball really started to click for me, and I really grew a lot as a player, and really started to see a lot of things change for me in that regard. So I think it was probably my sophomore year where I really started to realize I could do this at the next level if I really wanted to and plugged into it. So I spent the next 3 years really trying to focus on doing well for my school and playing well for my school, winning district championships if we could, and going as far as we could in the region, and then really just trying to get to the next level to play. So it was a blast. I loved playing for Taylor County, and it'll always have a special place in my heart.
A two-time 5th Region Player of the Year at Taylor. You were a Kentucky Junior All-Star, the 5th all-time leading scorer at Taylor County, a member of the Taylor County Athletic Hall of Fame. Did you sell popcorn, drive a bus too?
I thought about it. Let me tell you what's cool about the Hall of Fame, and where I landed on the scoring list was that I actually had a really great teammate as well too, named Farrah Sullivan McLean. McLean, now her married name, but we had the privilege of playing together for 2 of my 4 years. And she actually passed me on the all-time scoring list at the time. And then we had the privilege of playing together at Campbellsville. So, I think about my time there and what I was able to accomplish personally, but it's really those relationships that I built with people, that those teammates that I will remember forever, that I'm still friends with to this day, that make reflecting back on that time so special, and things like that. The fact that we really got to play together on 2 different levels of basketball, and really push each other in a way that was so profound. So yeah, those relationships are still there, and will continue to be.
Play any other sports at Taylor County or Campbellsville?
I played tennis. Yeah, I played tennis. And listen, Gary, I'm old enough that I probably would have played softball, but it was slow pitch softball. And it was also in the spring. We didn't have fast pitch just yet. And you couldn't make it. Tennis and softball were the same season. So I decided to stick with tennis, but really enjoyed that and love that as well.
Sounds like your experience at Taylor County and Campbellsville really influenced your life, so to speak, and your career path.
It did. That was at Campbellsville University at the time. They didn't have all the majors and things that they have now. It was a lot of people went there to go into the ministry, or they went there to be a teacher. Education was a big thing at Campbellsville, and I didn't want to major in either of those. So I just started taking some communications classes because I loved it. And the more I got into them, the more I liked it, and the more I realized I think that was the path that I wanted to take. And then I thought, well, what's not to love about being in broadcasting and getting to talk about sports? I love sports. I love athletics of all kinds. I especially love college football. So what's not to love about being able to do all those things? And so that's really what led me down that path of being able to get involved in broadcasting. And it was perfect for me.
Thank you, Christi, for being the Clark's Pump and Shop Legend of the Week this week on the show.
Great crossing, hosting Lexington Catholic tonight. Not counting forfeits, Lex Cath is 0-3 for the first time since 1993. Third quarter, Knights going for it on 4th and goal from their own 5. Matthew Kern calls his own number, and he is not stopping until he finds the end zone. Ties the score at 14. A doggone good play. Crossing would respond. Jeremiah Clark flushed out of the pocket. He's going to throw a dart. Javonte Dean is on the list, and he's in for 6. Great Crossing wins a shootout tonight, 35-28.
In today's fast-paced world, you need news now.
But it's more than that. It's about trust.
It's always looking for what's new.
What's happening now and what's next.
It's the first alert to keep you safe.
It's being there for the wins
and the losses.
It's digging deeper and asking the important questions.
Live, local, trusted.
That's our promise.
That's WKYT News.
High school football, there's nothing like it.
WKYT Sports presents high school football game time with all your hard-hitting highlights.
Plus, scores from the big matchups and local rivalries across the Bluegrass.
It's the best football from the team you can trust, WKYT.
Game time, Friday nights at 11:15.
Watch the game of the week next week on Prep Spin. It's going to be LCA and Lexington Catholic, the Holy War. Check it out on WKYT. Well, that's our show for this week as we begin the 24-25 school year. Special thanks for a great year goes for our Scholastic Ball Report team. Prep Spin's King of Stream, William Moorfield. Joel Clace, our director, WKYT. Executive producer, Bridget DeVries. The WKYT sports staff, Brian Milam, Lee K. Howard, Lindsey Gall. Until next week, from Bridget DeVries and Gary Ball, thanks for watching, and remember, for those you see and you don't see, keep your eye on the Scholastic Ball Report.
The Scholastic Ball Report was sponsored by Mingy Beef Jerky, Clark's Pump and Shop, Whitaker Bank, Roberts Insurance, Crown Trophy, Sutherland Chevrolet, Rafferty's, Double Dogs, and by Prep Spin.